This is Brian with Blastbeat ATX, aka Blastbeat Industries. Fix the camera here real quick. Hope you're having a good day today. No fancy shirt today. This was some freebie I got at work like 10 years ago or something. Today, yesterday was kind of halfway serious, so I want to have some fun today. You can see behind me, one of the little containers is missing because I want to talk about the Flash, not the whole history of the character and Earth B and Silver Age and all that stuff. I mean, for those not in the know, DC is just as bad as Marvel and the constant reboots, the alternate versions of this and that. They didn't quite go as social justice as Marvel did, but they were, definitely flirting with it. So I gravitated towards this because this is the traditional DC storytelling that I know and love, as opposed to all the modern stuff. Not necessarily just the woke stuff. There's a lot of the modern crap that's real winking and self-referencing, and even after all these years, still ripping off Tarantino. No, just do what Jack Kirby did. Just stop trying to reinvent the wheel. So this is basically 2018. I think the last one in here, let me check the last date on here. I know the first one is February of 2018. What do we got here? What's the date on this one is March 2019. So this is one solid year of Flash stories. All right. Now, the way this whole thing started, at least for me, was with this one here. I saw this. This is annual number 1 of the new 52, or maybe it's the rebirth. Like I said, I don't know. Don't know and don't care either. I just know I was struck by this cover, and it's the beginning, the prelude to the Flash War. And I was like, all right, I got a couple extra bucks. I'll jump on this and see what's up with it. Now, why I stuck with it was these guys right here. We got Josh Williamson's the writer, Howard Porter is the penciler, and I think Christian Duce is the inker, and they do a really good job as the creative team here. So in order here, we got a couple how do I want to do this? Let's do this. I'll just lift them up one at a time, maybe 2 at a time here. So we got a couple one-offs here, 45 and 46, written by Williamson, but don't have Porter in the artwork. Got other guys who they're doing a good job, but they don't tickle my fancy quite like Howard Porter does. I really dig his artwork. But these are the issues before the Flash War. Then we got the prelude to the Flash War, annual 1, which is not annual 1 in the whole history of things. And this current redo of the DCU, this is annual 1, yada, yada. All right, so then the Flash War continues. These are cool because I got the variant covers for them. I guess technically what this is called is digital painting. This is some pretty slick Photoshop stuff. That's what, 47? Yeah, 47. All right. 48. 49. I like this one. It kind of reminds me of the cover of Hardware to Self-Destruct by Metallica, which in itself is very similar to Oddfellows Rest by Crowbar. There's a Crowbar album. I think it's Oddfellows Rest. Has a similar kind of the phases melting into each other. So that's 50. And then the end of the Flash War, number 51. So that's the story that got me into this, because traditionally this wasn't one of my characters. It was a newer take on it, is what I enjoyed about it. Plus, I really enjoyed the artwork. And then I just kept going through the rest of the year. So we got 52, 53. All right, yeah, it was something about the Flash Force or the Speed Force was the next storyline. 54. And now we're starting to get away from my style I like. It's starting to get into that more animation kind of look. which those two have blended together over the years. Thank you, Comedy Central, or not Comedy Central, Cartoon Network. All right, we got. I don't know how y'all feel about variant covers. I definitely don't think that you've got to go out and get all the different versions of them. What I do is when I'm at the store and they got five different ones, I just pick the one I think's the best. Not necessarily. I'm a big GI Joe fan, and IDW does this thing where it's the retailer incentive covers, which it's at one in every 10 of them. They're intentionally short printed, so they cost more. They cost like $25 for a brand new one. I can live without that. I'll just take what I think is the best cover of the cover price ones. In this case, it was this one. I think that's pretty cool. This one's very cool. Issue 56 with the foil cover, taking it back to the 90s. Anyone recognize that name? Dan Panosian, one of the old Image artists. Yeah, he kind of jumped ship and came over to DC. I don't think he's one of the Wildstorm guys. I think he came over on his own later. That was a 56. 56. Whoa. 57. That's another variant cover. This is a cool one. 58. Man, I could just stare at that all day. Sounds like an MC Escher or something. 59. Another digital painting, number 60. That's good. I don't know if it's as good as the Flash War ones, but I enjoyed this. And then we ended our 12-month romance with the Flash with Annual 2. And at some point here, probably after I get my new phone and get situated, like I want to do the camera angle where we can flip through some of these, but at the moment, I think you're getting the idea of just the covers and if the characters at all interesting to you, if you like the new movies, if you like what was it, like 91 or 90s when that Flash show came out on CBS, it had Mark Hamill played the Tinkerer. Oh, God. I should look this stuff up before I start blah, blah, blah. Mark Hamill played one of the bad guys on The Flash, and it was a good show. I don't think CBS gave it enough of a chance, and apparently, especially for back then, it was just really expensive to produce. But unlike this show is dirt cheap to produce. It's just me and the camera and you and the stuff, you know? So, while we're here, we'll finish off the box. We got a couple vintage Flash issues. Apparently, this one is worth some bucks. Not a lot, like 15, 20. But this is the 350. This is the end of the Silver Age run. Don't quote me on that, but whenever, what was that? 85, October 85. I think that was the end of the Silver Age run. And then, of course, they immediately relaunched it with a number 1. I don't have that one. I got number 2 and number 7, right? And this is another one of my favorite artists. Jackson Geese or Butch Geese. He goes by both. And like even now, he does a lot of stuff for Valiant. He flip-flops back and forth over the name. So that guy's a great artist. He's been around forever. And I hope you enjoyed looking at these issues of The Flash with me. I'm sure there's a trade paperback or a hardcover that has all these in a row. But as you can tell, I'm a big fan of single issues. I hate that phrase, floppies. Does anything around here look like it's flopping? I take care of these. They're not flopping. So enjoy The Flash, enjoy Blastbeat ATX, and enjoy life, man. I'm a little tired. I'm starting to train wreck it there at the end, but we'll train wreck it together with more Blastbeat ATX, a.k.a. Blastbeat Industries. Have a good day.